this is what I did to my skin. Major keys have been said right here. I hope you're listening. Hey Shug, it's your girl Taj Mahaly, and this is a place for beauty bosses and skin enthusiasts. And today we're gonna get personal. So I have been dealing with acne for going on almost 10 years. I want to say that my plight with acne kind of ceased and I got it under control around 2 years ago. If you're someone who wants to hear my journey with hormonal and digestional acne, as well as a little bit of hyperpigmentation, then you're in the right place. But first, you guys know I always get camera ready. But today, before I get into any tips, the makeup is coming off. Just so I'm not just telling you, hey, I cleared my skin, and then I'm just not showing you my skin. So I'll go ahead and do that first, okay? Now that you have me here, this is my skin. I'm gonna actually bring you guys in a little closer. So, my skincare journey, let's talk about it. All the things I'm gonna talk about today, it's just gonna be talking about what I went through with my skincare journey with acne and hyperpigmentation. I'm not saying that this is gonna necessarily work for you. I always recommend going to go see your local esthetician and your dermatologist if you need to, so you can get help with your skin tips. I'm just sharing what happened to me, what I did, and what might be able to help you as well. Clear? Cool? Got it. So, I first got really bad hormonal and digestional acne around the age of 14. Bless my heart, right? So let me tell you a little bit about hormonal acne. I mean, hormonal kind of gives it away, but it's hormone-driven acne. However, hormonal acne and digestional acne kind of go hand in hand. And at the young, tender age of 14, I was just like all of you on YouTube, looking for solutions, looking for a way to clear my skin. I want you guys to know that I have exhausted medical means and natural means, and that is why I wanted to talk to you guys and deliver this message, okay? Now, the first thing I did to really start cutting back on the inflammation, I had very red, angry, cystic acne, as well as a couple other different types of acne, like papules and pustules as well on top. But the biggest thing that really bothered me was the cystic acne. It really hurt. It made me not want to go outside. There was several times where there were parties or things that I had been invited to, and my confidence level wasn't even up high enough for me to be a part of it or join it. It just wasn't realistic. The first thing I found out about digestional acne and hormonal acne, I cut back on dairy and sugar. Now, you've heard this before. I am not a dietitian or a nutritionist. By all means, I am not. However, dairy is a means for aggravating androgen production in your body. Androgen is a hormone that can cause your skin to have elevated levels of thicker, stickier sebum. Now, with me already doing all these DIY things at the house and just tearing my barrier to shreds, my skin was pretty dehydrated. It lacked water because I was pretty much trying to attack my skin to get rid of the acne. So when you have you have dehydrated skin, and then you are having elevated levels of sebum in your skin, thick sebum, that is a perfect recipe for breakouts, and that is literally what was happening. Mind you, your gut is so important, and it is also a means of excretion. So us not taking care of our guts and putting things in our stomachs that create it to work harder and not have a very fluid digestional movement really does play a part within our skin. So there is this thing called leaky gut. I'm gonna tell you about it. Leaky gut is considered when you have something in your gut lining that has been sitting there for so long and it's not coming out of its waste as it should have. It permeates through the gut wall lining, through your bloodstream, and out throughout your skin eventually. So that means that whatever is going in, it's gonna come out. Now you want it to come out through that basement, you feel me? But other times it'll come out through your skin. So I was a candy-holic, y'all. And I don't just say I wanted to look like a glazed donut for a reason. I am the queen of Krispy Kreme, or yet I used to be, okay? And I loved sugar. Candida are these little organisms that live in your gut lining at elevated levels when you are feeding it sugar constantly. And that is exactly what I was doing. I noticed that I cut back on my sugar and my dairy. Honestly, the inflammation was significantly going down. You could even ask my schoolmates back in aesthetic school. I was eating a honey bun every day for breakfast from the vending machine. They know it's bad, bad, bad. There are several different gut cleanses that you can use, or gut supplements that can help support a healthy amount of probiotics of good bacteria and bad bacteria, you know, keeping candida at bay. I'm gonna link those below so you guys can check those out, okay? Maybe you realize you've done this already and that's still not good enough for you. You might have to go see a physician so you can get your hormones checked, just to see if there might be a situation of PCOS or something else as far as a hormone imbalance, which is perfectly fine, but you want to know that so you can know how to treat your plight. You feel me? So I hope that that helps. Second, let's talk about treatment. So I want to tell you guys, at one point I was spending pretty much someone's car note on my skin a month. I know. In my experience with my skin is in love with high percentages of actives, as well as really nice deep cleaning and making sure that the barrier is intact. So what do I mean by this? Let's start with really nice deep cleanings. I was going to get hydrafacials religiously once a month. If you're not familiar with hydrafacial, pretty much it's kind of like a hydradermabrasion. So you've heard of microdermabrasion, where there's this diamond suction tip that kind of sucks out all the dirt and stuff that you have. There's the bootleg vacuum machines that's on the internet. Don't buy those. You're just gonna put hickeys on your face and break blood vessels. This is gentle suction. Not only is it gentle suction, but it also pushes serums and as well as different acids and cleanser, different ingredients down into the pore while extracting dirt and excess sebum. It is amazing because a lot of times with products, they want to strip your skin of excess sebum and dirt, but they're not replenishing the skin with vital hydration that it needs so that your oil glands don't go crazy on you. I am in love with hydrafacial. I still love hydrafacials. If I had the time, I would be going to get them regularly. Now, you can actually Google hydrafacial your area and you should be able to find someone who offers them. Your first one actually for most people is going to be $99 and it's well worth it, I promise. Talk about high actives now. Pretty much I mean chemical peels. I love chemical peels. If you didn't know, I love them. I love to shed like a snake. If you know me, if you're willing to be my client and if you're willing to take a couple days to look like a snake, the outcome is absolutely amazing. I love chemical peels. For me, I noticed that glycolic peels were great for my skin, as well as TCA. Now listen to me and listen good, because I'm about to catch an attitude. Do not do your own chemical peels at home. I don't care what person or platform is selling them. I do not recommend you doing a chemical peel at home. 9 times out of 10, if you're buying one that you can get your hands on that you're not licensed, the pH level isn't gonna even be in the sweet spot for it to give you the results that you want anyway. Now, if you do happen to get your hands on one that has the pH that's right in the sweet spot for you to give some nice shedding and cell turnover, it is going to be imperative that you know what your skin can handle already. And if you've never done a chemical peel before, you just jump into TCA or high glycolics or anything like that, you can ruin your skin. I know you guys have seen pictures and videos on here of women who have burned themselves, given them severely damaging chemical burns. And there's really no coming back from that. But you can jack up your skin for life. So understand, hear me, do not do your own chemical peels at home. Find someone you trust, find someone that looks like you to do your chemical peels, who understands the Fitzpatrick scale and your skin type, and then you can do them. Any reputable esthetician is also not going to give you a chemical peel on your very first visit. If they try to, it's a red flag, run. And lastly, when it comes to this area, just really upping your hydration and your barrier. A lot of people who notice that their skin isn't really, it's angry. You know, it doesn't matter what you put on it anymore. It's just mad, it stings, it's dry, it might be cracked. You know, that is a telltale sign that your barrier, your skin barrier is damaged or compromised. Now our skin barrier is kind of like this invisible layer. It's our microbiome that sits on top of our skin. And pretty much it's made up of different bacteria. And when we upset that balance of bacteria and sebum balance and, you know, things that are sitting on top of our skin that are protecting it, you are only making it angrier. It doesn't matter what kind of acids, you know, that you're using or whatever. It's not gonna be happy until you fix that problem first. Pro tip, checking the pH of your skin. There are pH skin tests that you can use. So you can kind of see, hey, oh my gosh, my skin's really acidic. Maybe it's time to make it a little bit more alkaline. Let me use a product that is in the pH range of this. Or my skin is really alkaline, you know, maybe I need to bring the acidity up. So maybe I need to use a product that is in the pH of this. I know that sounds confusing. It's really not. I promise it's not. And I can talk about pH one day if you want me to as well. Also, checking the pH of your skin products. With the pH test, you will be able to check the pH of your products. The pH that you kind of want to be, or you want to stick in with your products, is going to be more at the 5.5 area. That's kind of going to be your sweet spot. You can of course have a little bit more wiggle room there, but that's where you want to be. Major keys have been said right here. I hope you're listening. I'm giving away the tea. Lastly, I want to tell you guys about my very last step that really got me back to the last little bit of stubborn acne to go away. So after I was doing this treatment and I saw an esthetician and we were, you know, having a love affair with my skin, that really got my skin to calm down tremendously. I'm talking about the papules and the pustules had really gone away. That's like your whiteheads, you know. I noticed that, you know, the oil production on my skin was really starting to balance out, and my skin wasn't so angry whenever I decided to put something on it or touch it, and I really noticed a huge difference. But there were still some very persistent, persnickety, cystic bumps that would not necessarily go away as quickly as everything else did. And also it hurt. And I'll be the first to tell you, I took Accutane. Am I canceled? I took Accutane, however, I did not take the full round. I did not take the full round. That's not what my dermatologist knows, but I did not take the full round. I want to say after about a month and a half of using Accutane, those last mountain ranges that were right up under here that I still have hyperpigmentation from to this day have gone down. The biggest drive for cystic acne, even after you've done your digestional things, and it's made them go down tremendously, you know, it made it go down tremendously, it still wasn't enough to get them to go away as fast as I'd like them to. So I took Accutane for a couple of months. I want to say I took Accutane for about 2 months, maybe 3. I would still go to the dermatologist and get my blood work done every month, and I was still telling my dermatologist that I was taking them even though I had stopped, just because I just wanted to see what would happen. Worst case scenario, you know, I still had the pills. I can just resume using them again and then come clean all in the end if it didn't work. Best case scenario, I stopped my dosage sooner, skin still was clear, and that's exactly what happened. Now, I don't owe Accutane the credit for my face being flawless. I don't. I truly believe it was the treatments that did what I needed to do, as well as getting the right skincare that was pH balanced for me. But that is definitely what got rid of those last little guys that were around here in this area. I do not like antibiotics. There has been times where I was, back in like high school, prescribed antibiotics for my skin, and they did work, but as soon as I was done with the round of antibiotics, my skin came back with a vengeance. It was only like a band-aid solution. Now, if that's what your dermatologist says, I can't supersede what your dermatologist says, but that's just not what I like. Now, you're probably wondering, Taj, you didn't give any skincare. Why didn't you give any skincare? The reason why is because there are different skin types, and different skin types require different skincare products. This is not a sock, okay? This is not one size fits all. Skincare is custom. So here's what I will do for you, because I love you. I'm going to do a video upcoming on oily skin, dehydrated skin, and I will definitely put some things in there to help tap away and talk about acne in them. It would be very irresponsible of me as an esthetician for me to just be like, hey, buy this, 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 and this, and that's gonna clear your skin. That is so irresponsible, and I would never do that to you guys, because I want us to have, me taking off my makeup, I just want you to show that I'm dedicated to being honest and transparent to you guys. So that is my #1 priority. With that being said, I really want you to look out for those 2 videos. They're coming down the pipeline very quickly. I've been watching, I've been seeing, taking note, taking heed. Girl, I see you in them comments. I'm coming to respond. Give me a second, I still gotta work. Just give me a second. This is what I did to my skin. This is what helped. This is what got me to where it got me. I cannot wait to tell you guys more and give you guys those 2 videos. But aside from that, please like, comment, subscribe, share this with someone who needs it. I know exactly what it feels like, you guys. Trust me. I know what it's like. You guys compliment me on my skin all the time. You can have this too. I just want you guys to know that I am literally here for you and feel for you, and I'm not just some person who came on here and was like, hey, you know, I had acne, and you know, and it's just a little bit of acne, or you know, I had a small breakout. No, I was there with you. It was crippling, so I understand. Anyway, I love you guys. Please like, comment, subscribe, share, turn the bell on. I would love to see you guys back next time, okay? Bye.